Right, I'm not muted again, am I? No, I'm not muted, thankfully. And I'm on the right channel. So everything should be working perfectly. Should be. Right. What do I need to do? So I am working on Necromancer again today. Hang on, my music's a little bit too loud. Hopefully the music is alright for you. It's a different level. So yeah, Necromancer again today. And then next week I will switch to a different cross-stitch pattern again. I think next week I want to do Cara Mia again, because I did enjoy that one. Alright, so Necromancer. My headphones are making a funny crackling sound. So Necromancer at the minute is at 3.88%. And we still have a lot of black to do. A lot of 310 from last time. So I don't know whether to go here or whether to start working on the left-hand side. I think I'm going to go for the left-hand side and do the outline of the 310 today, just so we're not stitching the same thing over and over again. I'll do the outline and then maybe I'll get into some of the colour above it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So let's get some 310. I have already done some stitching today. I worked on Lord of the Rings for quite a while, actually. My headphones are making a really weird sound. I wonder if it's my port, like my connection. I'll have to see if I can fix that when I come off. So Necromancer is 18 count, 2 strands, full cross. Oh, what's happening there? 310's getting all knotted up. Ooh. It's all knotted up. Strands of 310 are really, really long. So this is a kit that I actually didn't purchase this one. I got this from Mother's Day gift. Probably about 2 years ago now, I think. 2 Mother's Days ago. And Hi, how are you? I was just going to ask what you're stitching. Yeah, so it's Charissa Bug's Necromancer. And I want to say it was from Thread Geeks, but I don't think... Is it Thread Geeks that has Charissa Bug's artwork? I get that one and Pain-Free Crafts confused quite a bit. Because I've had this one for a couple of years now. How are you, Hatters, anyway? Are you okay? I hope you're doing all right. Let's turn this round. To where from? Looks like a Thread Geeks pattern. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Charissa Bug is Thread Geeks. Hi, Nani. How are you? Are you okay? I'm pretty confident it's Thread Geeks. I might actually look quickly though. Let me have a look. So I've got Thread Geeks. Can you do it by artist on here? I'm just going to type in Necromancer. If it will let me search for it. I'm all good, and you? Yeah, I'm really good. It's my day off today, so I'm really happy about that. I have done pretty much nothing today other than stitch and clean the house. So nothing has come up for Necromancer, so it might even be unconventional cross stitch, which sounds a bit more realistic now. I've said it. Unconventional cross stitch. You're okay. You've been busy with work, so missed your lives. Yeah, that's okay. Thread Geeks have some great new chats, but they're also big to stitch. Yeah, I was just looking, whilst trying to find Bug. I've just noticed they've got loads of new ones. I've been really, really good, and I haven't looked for a long time. Right, so let's look at Bug. See if anything comes up. I'm pretty sure it is. Don't tell me nothing comes up. There she is. Yeah, it's unconventional cross stitch. Bug is one of my favourite artists, and she has some really beautiful artwork in cross stitch pattern form, but it looks like there's only 12 on there at the minute, unless they actually is like somewhere else. I'm gonna have to look that up because that one's not on there anymore. Ah, Thread Geeks had retired all their patterns before though, so maybe it was from Thread Geeks originally and then it's been retired. I don't know, because like I said, it's been 2 years since I had this kit, and it was, wherever it was in their budget kit selection, which I'm pretty sure Thread Geeks have a budget kit selection. So that's what I thought it was from there. Because I remember it wasn't that expensive, and that's why I asked for it for a Mother's Day gift, because I didn't really know what I wanted that year. So I asked for a cross-stitch pattern, because I hate people spending money on me. So I just picked a cheaper pattern. Why is that there? What's that one? That shouldn't be there. This one should not be there. So I've done that, those two, just now. And then this green one here should be black. It should be 310. So I'm gonna go over them. Looks like I've put a stitch in the wrong place there. I told my brother I wanted to stitch the Doctor Who pattern for him, but said I wouldn't live long enough to stitch it. Is that one of the new ones from Thread Geeks? I did see briefly a Nightmare Before Christmas one on there that looked really, really nice, but they do look really big. Yeah. Yeah, I saw another Lord of the Rings one on there not too long ago. Stitchy Witch showed it to me as well, and I was tempted to get it, but obviously I've already got a giant Lord of the Rings one. I really don't need another Lord of the Rings pattern, I don't think. Right, they look like they're in the wrong place as well, unless they've just not been marked off. They look like they haven't been marked off actually. So it looks like we've got 2 across, and then I need to mark. Yep, they are there, they just haven't been ticked off. Okay, so those 2. And then highlight that colour. Mark those 3 off. And above it is correct. And then beside it, there's some other things here that are not in my pattern keeper. How many stitches is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then up. 2, 3, 4, up. That's so weird. Oh, because it's the wrong place, you Wally. Right, okay, so it's that symbol there. So I just want to mark these off as I find them, so I don't have to worry about doing them again. And then there's another colour there. This diamond symbol, which goes down by 2 there, and 1 there. Sweet. Okay, that's that little bit marked off then. So I'll carry on with the black. There is a bit of 310 that comes here. I can start on. Yeah, I've had a really quiet day today. I stitched loads on Lord of the Rings this morning. I recorded Flosstube. I think it was Flosstube 54 today. And on there I spoke about maybe doing more floss tubes. So instead of doing it once a month, I've been thinking a lot this week about doing it every 2 weeks now. Just because I'm now working on more things instead of just the one Lord of the Rings pattern now. And I think I'm going to trial it. You saw the progress on Lord of the Rings on Flosstube so much again. Yeah, see, I was quite lucky this month because I weren't lucky, but because I had so much time off work, I got a lot of progress done on that one. I won't be able to do that again. No way. There's no way, because I got, what was it, 15,000 stitches? There's no way I'd be able to do that again. But I was more thinking towards the newer things that I stitch on stream that I could show, because the whole point of me doing one a month was just because I was only stitching on the one project, and I felt like any more than that was a bit pointless, because you don't really see much progress. It'd be like a 2-second video if I did it once a week, but once a month you actually get to see the progress. Like you can really tell when a big chunk of it has been done. Like today's Flosstube, because I have worked on it so much in the last month. There was a massive bit of progress was done on Lord of the Rings. Like that whole bottom piece and that hoop that I had, I'd filled it all out completely, really, within a month. And I have moved back to the top. So I moved back to the top after I filmed, and I worked on that. I will tell you how many stitches I did. Today was 354. So it felt like a lot more than that, because I felt like I was stitching on it for quite a while, but I am working in Saramon's arm, and I'm still going to do it the same way that I always do it for work, from the top down, like just go in a line through the grid. I'm going to try it, I think, for maybe 2 or 3 floss tubes, see how it goes. If I notice there's a fair bit of progress that I can actually see on camera, then I'll keep going. But if it feels like I'm only showing you like 100 stitches or whatever on there every 2 weeks, I'll stop and put it back to them every month. I think that's why I like my favourite floss tuber so much. She's called oh my goodness, what is she called? Her name is Mary Rose. I can't remember her channel name now, but she only makes a video when she's finished an entire picture. And this lady does giant full coverage pieces, like big heaven and earth design ones, but she likes to do the old-fashioned pieces of artwork, and she's done some beautiful pieces. But she'll disappear for months while she does it, but she's a fast stitcher. And then she'll just come on and it will just be like this whole piece has just been finished. It's crazy. I don't tend to watch many floss tubers that have hundreds and hundreds of whips, but have only made like 50 stitches like a week's progress on it or whatnot. It just feels like there's no point in recording to me. 1, 2, 3. Such a weird crackle. I hope my headphones aren't broken. What else did I do today? I watched a bit of The Sopranos, and then I had a nap. I got quite sleepy today, actually. Tidied up quite a bit. Ran off to Tesco's quickly. And that's been about it, really. Do I go back up? Yeah, I think I will go back up here. I like watching the full coverage stitches. She makes nice progress on several pieces each week. Yeah, some people do amazing amounts of stitching each week. and I'm really shocked at how much they can get done. Like everyone has their own like amount free time that they can give to their stitching each week. Everyone stitches at a different pace, so it's quite interesting to see how much some people can do. Because I've had people say to me that they would never be able to do as much as I do in a week, and a lot of the times I feel like I don't do enough. So I think it's different for everybody. I have been extremely tempted to make a new start on something just lately, but I think it's just because I've been streaming. So I don't want to bite the bullet just yet and buy something, or kit up one of my patterns that I've already got. But yeah, I do really want to start something. Have any of you had any new starts lately? Or are you all trying to get through your current whips? Do 2 and 1, and then 1, and then 1. You may start a new project next month. Ooh. Which one are you thinking of starting? See, I like watching other people make new starts. Because then I don't have to. The dragon from Unconventional Cross Stitch, nice. I would love to start a dragon. I have the Anne Stokes dragon that's called Dragon Clans. It's discontinued now. Where did I get that from? Let me look. Pain-Free Crafts. Yeah, I know which one you mean. I really liked it as well. Do you know what? Speaking of dragons, I actually got an email from what they're called, Paint and Fairy, Diamond Paint and Fairy. They seem to be everywhere at the minute. I got an email asking if I would do like a advertisement thing for them, but they wanted me to pay for the kit from my own money, and then advertise them for like 10% coupon that I could give people. And I went to have a look at their stuff because I have bought one of their things before. That's where I bought European Town from, like really cheap, because I bought it because it was cheap, and then I ended up giving it away for adoption anyway. But I went and had a look on there, and they had this beautiful dragon, and I was so tempted because at first I said to them, I'm not gonna do it. I've never took a sponsorship before. I don't really like doing them. I wouldn't really like doing it. It's not something that I would typically do. Unless it was a company that I was like, unless Unconventional Cross Stitch said to me, like, do you want to sponsor us? I would be like, yes, because I like them. But I don't know enough about Diamond Paint and Fairy, so I was like, no, thank you. And then they said to me, okay, well, I'll give you a £50 coupon, because I said no the first time. They wanted me to keep doing it, so I was like, no. So I went and had a look for this $50 coupon, which to me would probably convert to about 35 quid. 37 quid, I think, something like that. And there's this dragon on there that was really nice, but I am tempted to buy it, but I still haven't bought it. So I don't know if I'm going to use that coupon or not. I think I just don't know if I want them to start or not. And they're stamped cross stitches, so it's not a downside to it. It's just it's not something that I usually stitch on all the time. You're stitching the Lola Crow cell as you couldn't decide what to stitch after your Eddie Munson finish. It was odd after a finish I didn't want to stitch. Did you get like a little burnt out from it? Or did you just feel like you didn't want to do anything? I have felt like that before with the last time I felt like that was with Daft Daddy, I think. Because I stitched my Venom one and I really enjoyed that, so I quickly went on to Daft Daddy and finished that within like a month or so of each other, and then I just got burnt out and I didn't want to do anything. You think you did? Yeah. It's easy to get burnt out as well. It really is. I thought I would get burnt out with Lord of the Rings, but I haven't. Right, do I want to go further down? Probably not, because I'm going to have to change the camera view. think we'll try and fill in this bit here, but I'm going to have to work from the bottom up because I'm working from the 310 to see where I am. So yeah, let's go for that symbol. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to be able to stitch because a lot of it here I think has already been done, but we will try. So 520 is a green. I feel like they're going to get tangled up. But yeah, going back to dragons. If I was to do a dragon, I think I would just do the one that I have, the dragon clans, instead of buying another one. There are so many dragon pans that I really like that I would love to buy. But to save me from spending money, I would like to do the ones that I already have, if I can. And I seem to be really picky with wanting to purchase new charts, and I think it's because of Lord of the Rings. I think Lord of the Rings has kind of put me off in terms of like sizes. Every time I look at a new pattern, I keep looking at the size now. Whereas before, the size would be the last thing that I checked. But now I'm sitting there thinking, do I have time to stitch this? Am I ever going to finish this? You haven't had the urge in ages until this one. Oh, really? Well, then I think you should do it then. I think you should do it. How many whips do you have at the minute? Do you count yours? Because I don't really count mine. I think... Actually, I can count them on the pattern keeper, can't I? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 active whips, and the rest are patterns. Which I don't think 10 is that bad. That's the wrong pattern. I'm not stitching on Cara Mia. Yeah, I don't think 10 is too bad. 10 in progress, of which one is kind of on a pause. Okay. But yeah, I don't think that's that many. I think you could start one. What's the size of the new one that you want to start? I have seen the image, but I never checked how big it was. I've had a couple of people ask me about the cat library as well from Heaven and Earth Designs. Apparently that's one that people are really itching to start. Have they done something like put it into panels or something, or made it a lot bigger? I think they've split the chart up or something, someone was telling me. But I haven't actually looked into it. There's too many projects and not enough time. That's for sure. It's 146,000 stitches. That is actually not that bad. And that sounds a lot, but it's not that bad. Oh yeah, the library of cats has 2 panels, both supersized max colors. So wow, so that is huge. See, that would instantly put me off now. But that's only because I've got the Lord of the Rings. I think if I hadn't have already worked on something that big, I would probably think that was a great challenge to do. But once you start doing it, I think you can easily get burnt out on something that big, because that is a crazy size. I don't think, because you'd have to, if you wanted them both, you'd do one, it'd take you forever, and then you'd never want to do the second one. If you even finished the first one, you'd be so burnt out. I don't know. I don't think I could do it. Right, let's fill that in, because that's already there. And I think they are already there as well. Oh, this is tricky because I don't know which ones are filled in and which ones aren't. Personally, I'm not so much into Amy Stewart art. Yeah, I'm not. I find it a bit too busy. I bought, is it the bookcase with the fairy tale stuff on it? And then when I looked at it properly after I'd purchased it, I looked at the chart and like zoomed in on it on Pattern Keeper and kind of looked at each individual bit. I felt it was a bit too much for such a small area, even though the thing's massive, but everything's so squished together. I feel like you can't really get a good image of everything. If I'm going to stitch on it, I want it to look nice when it's done. And I can't tell if I've done any of this colour here, but I think I have. So I'm going to mark all of that off. I reckon I have done that, because this is a green that I'm working with. I'm working with 520. Yep, I've definitely done that part. There, that's 520. I've definitely done... Wow, this is such a pain in the butt when you have to input this all again. Definitely done that part there. And there's some there which are in there diagonally. All of that. Yep, that's there, that's there, that's there. Okay. Don't even know if I need to do any more of this colour. Oh yeah, there. So is there any more that I can actually stitch right now? There is. There's a couple in this little gap here. So there's two little ones in here. I actually thought it might thunder today. The weather's been really random, but it's not thundered or anything yet. Just keeps raining and then it's like really, really sunny and then it's raining again. Okay, that's that bit there. So you got one more stitch here, and then I think I'm done with this colour because I think I've inputted everything else in this area anyway. And there's a tiny one up here. Okay, so that is all of that colour. Okay, well I can already tell what colours have been done now in this little gap here. I've got loads that haven't been marked off on my Pattern Keeper on this side of me, so some have already been marked off when they shouldn't have been, it looks like. So I'm going to unmark them. What colour is that? 645. Needs to be unmarked to about there. Yeah, because that is the same colour as the one that goes in here. And then it should fill in down there as well. And we've got a little bit there. So I think I'll get that colour next because I can fill in a fair amount there. Hi Cairo, how are you? Are you having a good day today? I am just talking to myself, trying to figure out where I have been with Pattern Keeper. I'm still trying to input it. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. It's just this little bit here. I say little bit. It's all this left-hand side above the 310 that I need to figure out if it's in Pattern Keeper or not. And some of it has been input when it shouldn't have been again. Same as always. But I've done the outline of the 310 here. And then everything above that is colour. So I'm going to work on that part. Right, 645. So this piece of thread is still quite long, so I am going to put it back. Because usually I would just get rid of it. I waste so much thread doing that though. On Lord of the Rings, I'm terrible. I will never put my floss back on the organizer. So I do waste quite a bit of thread on that. 645. with Lord of the Rings, I'm not too fussed because I started off with DMC, not DMC. I started off with CXC, and I bought one game for each colour. Just the one, because I didn't want to buy all of the colours at once, like the amount that the whole project would need, because I knew it was going to take me years and years and years, so I didn't bother. And I've been replacing them slowly every time they run out, but I've been replacing them with DMC. And so when it comes to taking it off the needle, I don't usually put it back on the thread organizer. You're glad the date is over, heading into a long weekend. Yeah. I'm off next week again, so I'm looking forward to that. I am thinking, because obviously it's my wedding next week. We get married on the Thursday, but I'm thinking for the rest of the days, well, not the rest of them, but a couple of the days, I might do either longer streams or extra streams. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I probably won't do much stitching. It'll probably be video games more than anything, just because they don't tire me out so much. Because I talk a lot more on the stitching ones, they do tire me out after a while. You love this chart. Churisabug is awesome. I have 2 of hers, not started yet though. How is Thread Geeks charting? See, we were trying to figure out when I first started if this was Thread Geeks or if this was unconventional cross stitch. Nani mentioned that Thread Geeks did have Churisabug, because I tried to search for it and I can't find this kit anymore. I had a look on Thread Geeks, couldn't find it, and she said that they did have some, but they've retired them. So I think it obviously did come from there. The charting's great. The charting is fine currently, but we will see what it looks like when we get down to her face. But I don't actually have a problem with Thread Geeks charting anyway, because I was so impressed with Venom. However, Venom was a pain in the butt cheek to actually stitch. Like, it was so confetti crazy, and because it wasn't full coverage, I had to be careful and make sure that I was paying attention. But the outcome of it was amazing. I think it's probably my favourite finish I've ever done, Venom, because it stands out so much. And I think it stands out so much because it doesn't have a background, like it pops out of the fabric. It's really, really nice. That is probably definitely my favourite, but it was such a pain to stitch, and I was well over, what's the word I'm looking for? I was in over my head when I first started cross stitching, because it was one of the first ones that I started, and I had to quickly put it away for a little bit when I started it, because it was just too much for me. I couldn't do it. And because it was so complicated for me, I had to do a little grid at a time on the easy count, just to take it slow, instead of stitching how I do now. Like, how I stitch now, I would have finished that quite quickly. And it's probably not as hard as what I think it was, but it's probably just because I was new to stitching. But their charting looked lovely when it was finished. Definitely. While I'm here, I want to have a look at that dragon that Nonny was talking about, because I want to double check if it is the one I actually saw. Go shop all, and then newest. Ah, yeah, that is the one I saw. It's just called the Dragon. It's really, really nice. Oh, I like that black cat. I got a thing for black cat pictures. I really do. To be fair, I might even start. I keep saying this. I would like to start Moon Minion, my Moon Minion one with the crazy black cat in the orange background. That would be really easy and really cool. Hi Barbara, how are you? Are you okay? If you're still here, I'm not sure if you're still online. But yeah, let's have a look. The dragon cross stitch pattern, unconventional cross stitch, 403 stitches by 567. Is that the right one, Nonny? Yeah. Yeah, okay. That is the right one. That is really, really nice though. I think it's a lot of blue. I think it would be difficult to stitch, but it doesn't have a background, which would make it look really, really nice. I'm still here. I'm good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I am really, really good. So I am actually streaming on Twitch at the minute. But this is the first time that I have also started streaming on TikTok as well. I wanted to see if it worked, and I hadn't mentioned anything to Twitch because I weren't sure if it was working or not. So you have confirmed for me that it is working, which is good. But yeah, I'm really, really good. I come on here twice a week to do some stitching and twice a week to play some video games. Ah, thank you. Yeah, but I've been stitching for a long, long time now. It's a really, really good hobby, and it really helps with my mental health in general. Helps my brain relax a bit. I think with that dragon, Nonny, I think you should go for it. I think if you rotate it between the other ones that you've got, you won't get so sick of the blue. I think that's the only thing that I would say is that I would get sick of the blue because there's quite a lot of it. But I think if you picked the right fabric for the background, that would look really, really nice. I wonder how it would look on black fabric. Probably not that nice, actually. I don't know. I'm not sure. Take care too, Barbara. I hope you're doing well. Probably will be boring and just do white just because I know I will mess it up and spill stuff on it, so it will still need washing. Oh my god. You would not want to look at my Lord of the Rings. I noticed not too long ago how dirty it is. It's filthy because it's been a couple of years now, and I know I've spilt a couple of coffees like near it, so it's starting to look a bit grubby. I do try and keep the fabric out of the way, but that is the problem though. When you stitch on something, especially if it's white, it gets dirty. I think even with white, it would look nice. There was another pattern, Christopher Lavelle, one of his patterns I really wanted to do with no background. I'll probably never get around to doing it, but I do like charts that don't have a background. They just stand out really, really well. I'm stitching on a piece called Bloomer now and just noticed it has stains on it already, so I don't trust myself. You sound like me. I'm terrible. I ate some chocolate once. I think it was on Lord of the Rings, actually. I was eating some chocolate. And I didn't have anything on my hands or anything like that, and it was like a flake had fallen onto the piece, and I went to brush it off, like just like that, and it just smeared. And I was like, oh my god, no. So I had to get like a damp cloth and clean it off, but I didn't want to lose the gradient. So I didn't make it too wet, and then it just kind of looks like a weird smear. I was like, oh, great. It would be chocolate, wouldn't it? The worst accident I've ever had with a cross-stitch pattern would be, I don't know if I ever showed you on Flosstube, the one-piece stamped cross-stitch that I finished for my other half. Don't know if I ever showed it to you, but so it's it was stamped, and I had a goal of finishing it for Christmas. Don't know when I started it. It was like halfway through the year. I didn't have very long to get it done. And I was taking a picture for, I think it might have been for Flosstube or it might have been for Instagram, because I think I had Instagram back then, and I spilled my entire cup of coffee on it. And because it was stamped, half of the chart had disappeared, and I moved so fast. I was like, just trying to shake all this coffee off of it because I knew that obviously the stamped cross stitch chart would disappear. Tried so hard to not let it disappear, and I didn't have a paper chart for it. So for the rest of the pattern, I had to guess where these colours were going. There was like a massive, probably about this much of the chart like was missing, and I just guessed it, and it came out all right. It's on my wall. He put it on the wall, so he does like it. But I was so upset. But it's not unusual for me to do things like that. I am very clumsy. But I was really, really pleased that I actually, you know, like stuck at it and finished it. Right, I can do this colour here. 3363. Looks like a nice green actually. Let's do that one. Three, 3, 6, 3. So yeah, I am actually on TikTok as well today, which I'm not really paying attention to because I don't know. Well, there was a lady on there that I know, Barbara, that said it looks okay and it sounds okay, so it's working, but it's really weird. It wouldn't let me use the cameras that I wanted to use. Oh, come on, why is that not coming off the... Can't get the colour off the floss organizer. I think I'm making a knot here. Oh, good giddy aunt, please don't tell me that whole thing is knotted. Right, okay, I'm gonna have to undo it all from the floss organizer because I don't know if this has been cut. No, it hasn't, that's why. I tried to take one out and the whole thing is just one giant thread. Right, so let's cut it in half. And then half again. It's still too long. It's very long. Right, half. And then half again. Don't want them too short, so I'll leave it like that for now. And then if they are too long, I can always cut them again. But yeah, it wouldn't... It's so weird. It's so much... It's laid out so much differently than Twitch is. It won't let you have access to your cameras until you do so many streams, which makes no sense to me. I suppose it's so that it knows you're an actual human, but I had to do 3 test streams where I literally just left the camera on. And people come in and out of it constantly, but they don't stay. It's weird. It says I've had 97 people look at it, but no one's actually sitting there, like watching. It's really weird. But that's more for... I want that one more for when I play my games, because I would like to hurry up and finish Final Fantasy. And so I'm playing Final Fantasy 13, like a playthrough for YouTube. But I really want to get it done because it's such a long game. Let's go here. Sorry, you've just been looking at the back of my chart this whole time. Professional streamer. Yeah, I really want to get Final Fantasy done because there's so many nice games that I want to play. So many cool things that I want to do. But I don't know why I picked it, to be fair. I mean, it's a great game and the graphics hold up really, really well for being 16 years old. But I forgot how long that game is. It's very long. I'm nowhere near the end at the minute. So I've got a long way to go. Right. That one and that one. And then let's see if there's any more of this colour. Yeah, that one piece stamped cross stitch. We finished it for Christmas. I did get it done. Oh, how did I finish that in the end? I didn't frame it. I think I put it on foam board. I'm sure I put it on some like foam board because it was a really it was skinny, but it was a long picture. And I'm pretty sure I just pinned it to some foam. Okay, that one's already in there. So let's mark that one off. No, they're supposed to be. Yeah. Out here. Let's do these ones. I feel like there's supposed to be some over there, but I don't really know if I've already put them in or not. I feel a bit. I'm not confident with that one. As this is the problem with no grid. I can't just rely on the. With a easy count grid, I rely on the top, the bottom, and the left hand side. Because I stitch left to right, so I rely on those to figure out where I am. This one doesn't have it. Maybe I should put my own grid in, but we all know that ain't gonna happen. That involves too much work for me. That's too much work for me. Some people grid their fabric lovely though. Oh, they really do. And I don't know how people do it. I see people use like this really shiny. It's like fishing wire, but it's not. It might be. It just looks really pretty the way they grid it, and then they take it out as they go. Like I would end up in a right mess doing all that. Like, how do you undo it without getting it tangled, or do you stitch over it? Interesting questions. Do any of you guys grid your own fabric? Okay, let's finish this off here, and then move up. No, so far on full coverage, I only use pre-gridded. Yeah, that's all I use. I have never. Have I ever tried it? I think I went to once. I think I really wanted to try it once, and I think I didn't know how to take it back out. Yeah, you usually buy the pre-gridded. I mean, it's so much easier nowadays to just buy the pre-gridded stuff anyway, and it's not expensive, is it? It's, well, sometimes it can be, but it's, for the most part, it's not expensive. Come on, move your stuff, pattern keeper. Ah, that's where I'm going wrong. So there is a missing stitch there. That's why I'm getting confused. So if I take that stitch out, so it hasn't been done yet, then I can put these ones in. And then I'll know that I've put it in properly. Two, three. Three across. Okay. Ah, okay, so I've done that bit as well. That's not on there either. So I can input quite a bit now. I've got the needle stuck in my thumb. That hurt. Okay. So we've got those three there. And then that there. I mean, it's a shame I can't show you my pattern keeper, because then you'd be able to see when I'm marking off these extra ones. So the ones next to it are not in my pattern keeper, so let's mark them off, because there's a lot of this colour here. that needs to be marked off. Okay, so that one's in. Do the grey there. I'm not going to put that one in because it's not there, but these ones are. Do I need to go up any higher? I won't do those bits just yet. I'll leave that bit for now, just in case I have missed some, because that missing stitch there is the same colour, but for some reason it hasn't been put in. So I'm not going to mark it off as done when it hasn't actually been done. Right, shall I get a bit of 310 put in, or shall I keep going? I think I will start. I'll put one thread of 310 and then I'll come back up, just so we can get, because there's so much 310 in this, I want to still work on it. I don't want to just not do any of it. I did this with Daft Daddy. When there was so much 310 on that, I used to take one strand of 310, work that, and then go and pick a colour, and then come back to the 310 and then pick another colour. It worked quite well, actually. I was quite happy with that. What's going on there? Let's do some 310. And do I do the border? No, I'll fill this in because there's so much of it. I'll start filling a bit of it in. So let's go from top to bottom. Get some of this 310 in, and then we'll pick another colour. But yeah, going back to Diamond Painting Fairy, I think it was. The voucher that I have, if any of you guys want it, you can have it. If not, I will see if the Stitchy Witch wants it, because she, I know on her Discord, she kept deciding which, if she wanted to go for one of their charts. She had like 3. Oh, what is going on here? Oh, what does it want me to do? Hi, Kizzy, how are you? I hope you're okay. Well, it wants me to drag a puzzle piece in to make sure that I am still alive on TikTok. That's so weird. You're good. Well, that's good. I'm glad. But yeah, if any of you guys want that voucher, let me know. Have you been playing any games lately, Kizzy? Any new games? I've just finished Pragmata. Ah, hi Vicor, how are you? Thank you very much for the raid. It's all kicking off now. I got Kizzy on TikTok live talking to me. What was I saying? Yeah, I just finished Pragmata. It's a really, really good game. Really, really good game. You should play it, Kizzy. It made me cry at the end, non-stop. You're good. How's it goofing with you? Yeah, I am okay, thank you, Viclaw. I have been on here for about an hour now. Trying TikTok Live out, like I said. We are doing a lot of 310, which is black, today. And then trying to fill in a bit of the colour on this chart, which is above my head. It's Bug and Necromancer. Not really been sorting the house. How's the streaming going? Yeah, it's been going really well, thanks. Really, really well. I think I have been on Twitch for a month now. I think. Don't take the mic because you haven't played it yet. Yeah, you need to. Do you know what? Do you know what? I cried about 4 different times at the ending. I had to literally take my glasses off and get some tissue and take a deep breath because I don't know why, it just really, really upset me. I couldn't stop crying. But then I got really upset at the end at Resident Evil Rec Room as well with Emily. I watched that. I didn't play that one, but I watched it and that upset me as well. I think I'm just getting too old. Getting too emotional now. I'm a granny. Ever since I had my granddaughter, I can't do it. Can't handle it. But yeah, kids, the streaming's going really, really well. I'm streaming Tomb Raider on a Saturday. Fridays, I am starting to stream like relaxing games after work, really late at night. So I start at like 9:30. I've got a knot. I've got a knot. Oh, I'm gonna have to cut this. It's right where the needle is as well. Don't tell me about Resident Evil. I haven't finished watching Dad play it. I promise I won't tell you. I still say Resident Evil 3, the original. That's what you said, watching Dad play. Daz. I didn't know Dad played video games. Oh dear. I thought you and Steve were playing them all. I thought he was going through all of them so you could watch. Because I know you're the type you like to watch horror games, don't you? You don't really like to play them. Oh, speaking of horrors, Kizzy, guess what I got for my birthday on Monday? The first horror game me and you ever played. Well, I say me and you. I played it. You watched it. Silent Hill, #1 for the PlayStation. That thing is expensive now. I got it with the manual and a really good disc, a really good case, in perfect condition. Well, I asked him. I said it was I think it's about 120 now. He didn't actually tell me how much it cost, but the last time I looked, it was about 120. But I only need 2 more games to finish my PlayStation 1 collection, and then I can go on to the PS2. Because for everybody that's not aware what the heck I'm talking about, I want to buy all of the old games that I used to play. So I have a shelf in my living room, and it has PlayStation 1 games with the PlayStation 1 next to them, PlayStation 2 games, Nintendo Switch, which I probably will change at some point because I don't really play Nintendo Switch games. They're more family things. Xbox, which I had a massive amount of games from the Xbox that I really, really liked, so I don't know what's going to go there. And then at the bottom is the PlayStation 5, which we're playing on at the minute. But I have almost finished PlayStation 1 shelf. I just need theme park, which is not going to be a lot of money, and Spyro. But yeah, he bought me Silent Hill 1, and that was the first horror game that me and you played together. Well, I know, theme park. So I have Theme Hospital, and now I need theme park, because that was an amazing game. I used to get obsessed with that game. And I'm pretty sure they redone Theme Hospital. Remastered it, but I don't know if they ever remastered Theme Park. The only one I haven't got is Tombi. And the reason why I haven't got Tombi is because of how bloody expensive it is. Did you get Crash Team Racing? Yeah, I got that one. Got Crash Team Racing. Be right back, gonna clean up my stuff. Yeah, you're okay, Viper. I just appreciate you dropping in with the raid. And oh my god, this is not it again. Let's see if I can get it. So Crash Team Racing, I think, was the first one I got. Or did I have to get it twice? No, it was because he bought me a PlayStation years ago, PlayStation 1, with Crash Team Racing, and Harrison busted the PlayStation 1's top, you know, where you shut it for the disc. He busted it. So I put the games away and didn't touch it for ages. And then we rebought another PlayStation 1 and started the shelf when I decorated the living room. Because the room that I'm in now used to be the living room, because it's the bigger room. And then we moved into the smaller room. And we now have like a nice little cozy living room. But back to Resident Evils. Resident Evil 3 is the best. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, the original. I haven't actually played the remake. Slay. Slay. Yeah, I haven't played the remake of it. But at the minute, I am playing Final Fantasy 13 again. I am playing Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, the reboot basically from how she became Tomb Raider, and I'm going to go through all of the Tomb Raiders on here. I'd say I'm about halfway through the first game. Steve loves all the Final Fantasy games. See, that's because he's a great person. It's because he's got taste. He's got taste. See, Viclaw is playing Final Fantasy online. I know you don't like them. I'm not a fan of the online one, just because I don't know what's going on. But I'm not a fan of those type of games anyway. I prefer single player, like you. I prefer the story of a single player. Final Fantasy 16 is probably up there with one of my favourites, which was the last one that they made. It's a very, very good one, that was. It was a medieval one. Very good. It's starting to get quite dark in here now. But they also, what else did I like? I like the new Final Fantasy. I don't know if you've seen that one, Kizzy. Final Fantasy F. Did I go see? Yeah, I went to see her. I thought I told you that I went to see her. I'm sure I said I told you that I went to see her. But yeah, I went when I was off work, yeah, because I'm back at work now. And I will try and go see her again soon. I was going to say something then and I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. It's completely gone out of my brain. Oh, yeah, on Friday night I want to play a new game. I was playing this last Friday I played this game called Inconveni. It was like a convenience store. But there's so much talking in it that it really exhausted me because I play it when I've come home from work. So I'm gonna try a different game this Friday called Mixtape. It's kind of like a walking simulator, but it looks really cool. And there's a lot of cool music in it. Played it briefly when I did the test streams for TikTok, and it looks pretty cool. Reminds me a bit of, it's like an 80s theme. You'd probably like it, to be fair. But I just want something that I can come home from work and just relax with on stream for a few hours. Because I'm not going to be starting the stream until 9:30. So it's quite a late one. Alright, no worries. I'll see you later. I love you too. Thank you for coming on. I do appreciate it. Where is my lip balm? Okay. Carry on. So I'm at the bottom or I'm at the top? No, I'm at the top. So at the top. So we'll keep going. So the thing you're doing is at the picture at the top. Yeah, so that is the end result of this. Of this many stitches. So once I've done the 51,000 stitches that this thing entails, it will look like that. They take a long time. But this one's quite a small one in terms of like the other ones that I have. It's pretty small. So how did your stream go? You still playing Final Fantasy Online 14? You was on this morning as well, wasn't you? Hopefully it went okay for you. I nearly stabbed myself with that blooming needle again. No one turned up for this one. It might be because they're so used to you being on at 7 AM. Because I've noticed if I was to do a different time, you wouldn't usually catch the same people again. Just because they expect you to be on at the same time as you always are, I think. You're not bothered, but Ray's do some pranks on his stream now. So is he streaming now? Is he online? He usually comes on a Thursday, don't he? Yeah, Friday this week. Okay, I was going to say, how is he getting on with his setup? Because last time I spoke to him, he said it was to do with his internet or something. You're gonna have to head off now. If I don't catch a video till your wedding, have a lovely day. No, you are. I don't know what I was gonna say then. Have a good evening, Hatters, and I really, really appreciate you being here. Ignore me. I don't know what I was gonna say just then. But thank you very much for the congratulations on the wedding. I will probably be here at the same time as normal next week because I get married on the Thursday. And it's like Thursday evening, so probably still be here Wednesday. And I'm not going away for a honeymoon straight away, so my week is going to be probably normal. But I will catch you another time, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. So Ray's back on Friday. Yeah, he's switching over to another provider. I can't remember what it's called, but it's to do with Elon Musk's satellites. Okay. Super ultra fast. Well, hopefully once he's got his internet, he won't have any more problems because he's got his PC now, hasn't he? And his mic and everything sounds okay. I don't think he really needs anything else, does he? Yeah, we'll see how quick it is. Well, he's quite rural, isn't he? Sure, he's quite rural. It's a bit harsh, he's many things, but not rural. I mean, he lives in a rural area. That's what I mean. He lives out in the sticks. In the sticky sticks. Right, I should get to the top quite easily, and then I can change. Change to a different colour. Oh. Also need to change this needle at some point. I said it last time, it's way too small. It keeps slipping out of my hand. But I need to find a game that I can play after Final Fantasy 13. That's what I need to do. And I really, really don't know what to play. But I've got to finish that one first. That's that bit done. Do I go back down again? I don't know if I have enough thread to go all the way down. I'll have a look. We'll see how far we can get with this one, because I don't want to just... I've got a few more stitches left in this one. I feel like it's a bit far away from the camera. Loads of games, why not Resident Evil Requiem? See, I am a big baby. And I don't know if I would poop my pants with Resident Evil Requiem. I have thought about playing not all the Resident Evils again, but like I need to get around to playing the Resident Evil 3 remake, because Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is my favourite Resident Evil, but I've never played the remake, just because I think it'll make me angry, because of how, from what I've heard, it's a lot different than the original. Yep, so's Ray, he's a little girl sometimes. I don't know, I don't think he is, because when I watched him play Requiem, he didn't really jump at anything. Well, he didn't seem to anyway, he just seemed quite relaxed. Now, I don't really know what I want to play after Final Fantasy 13. Obviously, I've got the Tomb Raiders on stream. You should have seen him off stream. Ah, okay. Was he crying in the corner? Yeah, I don't know how well I could do with horrors. I used to be able to play horrors all the time. Like I was saying to Kizzy about Silent Hill. It changed him. My first Silent Hill means a lot to me because it was my first horror that I ever played, and I played it with Kizzy because she was obviously younger than me. She was too scared to play it, and every day she would come up to me and be like, "Can you please play Silent Hill? Can you please play Silent Hill?" So I would sit and play it with her, and she was glued to the telly watching that. I don't even know how old we were. We probably shouldn't have been playing it. We were probably way too young. She was probably about 8. Bless her. He's got PTSD. Ah, poor Ray. He likes Dark Souls, doesn't he? And Diablo, I can't play that game. That's not a game for me. What is this song? Diablo is definitely not a game for me. It's I don't know, it's just not my type of thing, really. Gotta have good story. I'll be moved by the story. I ain't really gotta be moved, but I like a good story in a game. Right, what colour shall we do? I mean, they're all very similar. But we can do this bit here, 646. Okay. 646 looks like a grey. Very neutral colour. So other than... Oh, please don't tell me I've got this one knotted as well. I don't know what's going on with these. Maybe I haven't cut it. Like the last colour. I tried to get out. It's all... It seems to be all knotted together. Yeah, I don't think I've cut this one. Right, okay, I'm gonna cut a bit off. I guess I better start double checking all the threads because it looks like there's a lot of them that need cutting properly. This one's just one giant piece of thread. Oh no, 2 giant pieces of thread. Jeez. Okay. Get the other piece. And go all the way down. I'm too short. Jeez Louise. Can I have some peas? Do you know what? I actually do need a drink. Thank you, Vital. I need to go and get a cup of coffee. That's what I need to do. What should I have? Coffee? Tea? I don't have any hot chocolate. Not really a fan of hot chocolate. Water. And I think that's all I've got. I think that is all I've got. Blackcurrant. I don't like blackcurrant. Unless it's Ribena. Do like a good bit of Ribena. But I was actually going to ask you if you have any plans to play any other games on Twitch instead of just Final Fantasy, or are you just going to fully focus on Final Fantasy 14 now? Yeah, if you've got a cappuccino. A crappuccino is the bestest. Do you know what? I haven't got a cappuccino, but I do have a great big coffee machine that I have literally just put on the fridge out of the way because I bought it when I did nights for work over Christmas time, and I really looked forward to making a cup of coffee when I come home from work, and I haven't used it since. I bought all the little pods for it. I've got loads of pods in the cupboard, and I was tidying up the kitchen yesterday, and I thought, you know what? You're looking at me and you're annoying me because I'm not using you, so you're going on the fridge. So now he's sitting on top of the fridge. I will put this thread in to get ready, and then I will go and grab a quick drink. So if I put the first stitch in, there, that is the right place. If I put that there, you want to make Final Fantasy XIV a niche to start with, so build the algorithm on that, and then when I'm sorted and built a following, then I can do a stream a week playing something else. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I will be back in 2 seconds and then I'll answer you properly. I'm just going to go and grab a drink. I might even get some water actually instead of coffee. Right, I have got a big bottle of water. And I need to keep an eye on the door because the dog is outside. And if I don't let her in, she will just scratch and scratch and scratch until I let her back in. Right. So you want to make Final Fantasy XIV your niche to start with and build the algorithm on that. I think that is a good idea. Especially if you keep going on at the same time. It's Walter. Walter. Have you seen Breaking Bad? Walter. Oh, it's done it again, look. Every time I come on here, for some reason, the screen just dies on me. Which makes no sense. Because it's on my phone. It just doesn't want to do it. So let me... I think it might be the app. How's that? Is that okay? I reckon that'll be alright. This music is... It is Final Fantasy. It is called... Drowned by Fireworks. I think. Hang on. So the album is Final Fantasy Lo-Fi Volume 2 on Spotify. And it's Words Drowned by Fireworks. Yeah, it is, yeah. You know, it is a nice song. I've got quite a few Final Fantasy ones on there, actually. There's some really nice lo-fi versions of them. If you look on Spotify, there's quite a few playlists for them. I also have a... Oh, not me stitching. I have a heavy metal version of Final Fantasy as well. Which one is it? Oh my god. I think it's the beginning song to Final Fantasy VII, or it's the battle music in Final Fantasy VII. I want to zoom that in a little bit more. Yeah, that's fine. Mages are pretty good, yeah. They are. Right, so before I got my camera cut off, where was I? So I've put my thread in. I haven't actually started it though. So can you see that? Yes, you can. It's such a pain when everything cuts off. And I don't know if it's because I'm running TikTok at the same time, or if it's just being a pain today. Because it says that my stream is excellent, like the signal, my internet's good, Let's check. TikTok Live says everything is good. So yeah, I really don't know. It's random, I guess. Just random. Oh, no, that's the wrong place. They're right here. So what was we talking? We were talking about something before. Before all of that happened. Oh yeah, we were talking about your live streams. There is someone that done a remake version of Final Fantasy IX boss music, which also has the main theme, and it's pretty good. Do you know what? I found quite a few really good Final Fantasy songs on Spotify, but I do like the heavy metal ones. Sometimes they are pretty cool. But going back to what you said with your streams, I definitely think it's a good idea to just stick to Final Fantasy for now. Oh, that's the dog scratching. Hold on. 2 secs. Keep getting an electric shock from things. I'm really like staticky. I'm an electric personality. I'm really staticky all the time. I keep giving people at work an electric shock as well. Like when they touch the cages that I've been working, like I'll push a cage and they try and take it off me, and I'll tell them not to touch it, and they'll touch it, and then you just hear this spark. Like it happens every single time. I shouldn't touch my stuff. So what games? To be fair, I have plenty I still need to do anyway, and still need to learn most of the dungeons and raids again. Yeah, so when you... I was going to say, when you decide to put more games on there, shame on them. Yeah, exactly. They shouldn't touch my stuff. It's no touchy. No touchy. When you do play games again, what games are you thinking of playing? Because I've watched you play Resident Evil, well, most of it. Requiem. I don't know what else you played on it. Did you play that Repo game? Saw you play once, I think. Oh, excuse me. I got a hiccup. Hopefully that's okay on cameras. It's getting a bit darker now. So the reason why I use my phone camera now is because my really, really expensive camera, I think I paid like £800 for it, is absolute poop when it comes to cross stitch. It won't zoom in close enough and it blurs it out, and it's just an absolute mess. So it's easier to use my phone camera. It's just for some reason the app that I'm using likes to die on me every now and again. Some streams it's fine, other streams it's not. Normally with SAS it's okay, but it's not what I would play on my own. Yeah, it looks like a game that's made for friends. Like there was another one, Dead by Daylight. That was the one I was thinking of. Dead by Daylight is another one where it's definitely a game you play with friends. I actually wouldn't mind playing Dead by Daylight. I played it when it first came out years ago and didn't really think much of it. I played it with Lauren, and I used to just love playing games with her. I really like co-op games, and we used to play so many of them together because she used to spend quite a bit of time around my house. She used to always sleep over, and we played Dead by Daylight couple of times. She really, really liked it, but it wasn't my thing. And then my son, Kane, loved it, and he played it for a while, but I don't think he plays it anymore. But I have seen that they have a Tomb Raider skin on Dead by Daylight. You want to do Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, Withering Waves, Minecraft. Don't mind, because it'll be quite calming. Actually, I know I laugh, but I don't mind playing Minecraft with Harrison, my youngest son. But he doesn't play it anymore. We played it on holiday a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed it, but he has gone off it. And then he goes back into it, and then he comes back off it. He fluctuates quite a bit with that. But Minecraft is pretty popular. And I probably don't play it very well. I don't really know what I'm doing on that game. I can knock down a tree. I can craft a weapon. That's about it. He taught me how to play it. I've completely forgotten how to play it now. Tried to play Fallout 76, and I'm just really weird with online games. I just don't like them. I don't know why. I think it's just because there's other people and I don't like other people. They just annoy me in my games. I just want them to go away. I just really couldn't get into it. I tried Elder Scrolls Online as well. That was the same. I just could not get into it for the life of me. I've actually tried like 3 times, I think, to play Elder Scrolls Online. I really wanted to play Final Fantasy Online. Never got around to doing it. It's just, I don't know what it is. They annoy me. Other people in my game annoy me. It's not very nice, obviously. I like to be solo. Solo like a Rolo. Withering Waves, I have seen you play. Don't know if that would be a game for me. Leon got me into it, and sometimes we do play together when he's not playing with friends. Yeah, see, it's really nice to play with family. You know what you mean? I mean, I felt like that with online games, but it can be fun. I think there are less toxic people on there than other games. Yeah, the only game, I'm trying to think of the only game where I actually played with people online was Dead Island. It was because I really liked Dead Island. A lot of people don't like that game. The graphics are terrible, but I really enjoyed playing it. And it was at the end of the game. I played, because you have the choice to kick people out of it if you want. You can play online with people or you can play by yourself. And for the most part, I played by myself. And then right at the end, I was up late one night. This is when my partner worked nights for years. He worked nights, so I had lots of time alone. And I remember staying up late one night and thinking, right, I'm going to finish this game. And I couldn't finish it by myself, so I invited loads of people, like random people, to my game. And it was a group of lads, but they were probably half my age. And they were really helpful, and they were really funny, and they were like cheering me on because they knew how crap I was at the game. They were just like pushing me along to the end. And that was really good. And then I played Dying Light 2 with is it my sister? Would she technically be my sister-in-law? My brother-in-law's girlfriend? Played that with her because she loves Dying Light. Not Dying Light, Dead Island. I'm trying to think, that's probably the only time I can remember playing an online game where I've actually liked being with other people online. Unless you count things like Call of Duty or Halo, but I was more of a Halo online person than a Call of Duty person. I played Call of Duty Black Ops for a little while, but it's not really my thing. I played the Halo online because I played with Lauren, my sister. And she is the funniest person in the world to play a game with because she is so bad. It's just funny. It's not like you're not playing seriously. You're just having a laugh. And I really do miss it actually. There's not many games out there now that have co-op. Like couch co-op anyway. There is a stitch down here. And then there is another stitch over here, but where is it? I need to find it. Ah, right here. Okay. Yeah, you know what I said to you earlier about trying out TikTok Live? Claw, it's still on. I've been running it for as long as I have been running Twitch, but it's really weird. So it says that I've had 121 people come in. I've obviously found Kizzy on there. She bumped into me on there, and somebody else that I know, but nobody else has commented. I've had 362 likes, which makes no sense because I've only had 121 people come in. But that's a lot of people. But currently there's no people on there. So they come in for like a minute and then they disappear. So obviously it's getting pushed into people when you're scrolling on there. And then it's up to them whether they want to stay or not. But few people have stayed for a few minutes at a time. I'm sure it has analytics like Twitch does as well. But I'm just trying to see if I can see anything else that will give me any information. I don't think it will. But it did this weird thing like 40 minutes ago where it made me match a puzzle piece to make sure that I was still alive or something on here. Yeah. It's got like goals and stuff that you need to do. Oh, is my thing gone off again? That is weird. Yeah, but I'll if you want, I can take a picture of the analytics and stuff for you later just to see if you think it's worth it. It might be worth going on for you. I think it'll be worth going on there to find people that like Final Fantasy. I don't know. I mean, I've put myself on like the art section because there wasn't like a makers and crafting thing. I scroll through sometimes and it stopped on someone and she said hi Viclaw and I was like, she's live. Yeah, so it's not like Twitch where you can't see who's popped in and out. So obviously Twitch has like how many viewers you've got, but it doesn't tell you who's come in. TikTok Live does, and I really don't like that because if I like to lurk, I like to be creepy. when I'm in people's live streams, like most of the time I don't talk to any of the people that I follow. I am a lurker, other than people that I know or that I've seen quite a few times, and then I talk to them. But when you're on TikTok Live, every person that joins, you can see their name. It tells you every single time that someone's joined. So a lot of them do say, oh, hi, such and such, to try and get you to talk. But I would rather they just not say anything. Because I don't say anything when people come in. Because if they want to talk to you, they will. But it does force lives in front of you on TikTok. I have noticed that. And the more you watch them, the more you'll get. So I think I can do that colour. Yeah, people do have that right to lurk. I like to be a lurker. I like to have Twitch on in the background when I'm stitching. I like to have Twitch on when I'm doing my housework. I like to just not be spoken to. Just don't want people calling me out. But yeah, I prefer if I talk, like if I send a message, then I'm quite happy to say like hello and stuff. But when you've just joined and they say hi and they say your name, it's kind of just a bit like, ooh. And then a lot of them leave when you do that. Right, 37.87. That's a small piece of thread. It's only 928 stitches of this one. It won't take me long to use that up. Don't know what I want to work on next after this. So the next cross-stitch stream will be next Tuesday. I think I might do Cara Mia again. From the Addams Family. I do really like that one. At some point I have to bite the bullet and fix my Tomb Raider one. Because that is a mess. And I would like to show that on stream at some point. But it's easier to manage with these smaller charts on here. Because things like the Lord of the Rings are just a pain in the butt to get on the table and get in the stand and get a good shot of. You have to do your Annie one. I don't know why I just thought of this. You've played Parasite Eve, haven't you? Like, I think you played Parasite Eve 2. I'm sure I saw a comment somewhere, but I think you were talking in someone's chat. And you were talking about Parasite Eve. Yeah, so you only had the second one in the UK, but I actually had the first one. So I had Parasite Eve 1, and I've rebought it from a local shop in my town. Because he said to me, "Are you aware this is a Japanese import?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know." But my old PlayStation was chipped, so I managed to get Parasite Eve 1, and I managed to play it. But apparently they are remaking the first Parasite Eve, so you might get a chance to play it. If it's true. If it's true. But that was really good news. Because it is a really good game. It is. But I actually never completed it. Parasite Eve 1. Never completed it. And then I never played number 2. So it'd be interesting to replay it. I remember the beginning of the game. It's like the film Carrie, where she's standing. Is she standing in the theater and she sets everybody on fire and she's covered in blood and like it's the same as that. It's that kind of thing at the beginning. I'm sure that's the film Carrie. But it's really cool. Yeah. The first game was really, really good, but I never ever beat it, and I was obsessed with that game as a kid. But nobody I knew had it, because when I was a kid I didn't realise it was a Japanese import, because the only way I could play games was if I bought them chipped, because my granddad chipped my PlayStation thinking that it would save my parents money, but he broke it when he chipped it, so the system would only play chipped games. But thankfully Dad had a mate that used to copy them and I don't know where he got it from, but he managed to have Parasite Eve. Yeah. Yeah, Parasite Eve is based on, I think it's a film and a book, isn't it? I remember watching something about it before on YouTube. But that was the only reason why I ever got to play that game, is because I had a chipped PlayStation. And I just thought it was so cool. But I bought it a few months ago. Didn't have the characters as far as I know though. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it did actually. I think you're right there. But the game I bought is like in pristine condition. I think it was like 25 quid or something. So that's on my shelf, on my PlayStation shelf. Because that's like, even though I never completed it, I do have fond memories of that game, and I would really like to play it properly. Now I'm older and I know what to do, because I couldn't. Back then, I used to play games with the walkthroughs, like the PlayStation magazine. Sam used to always have them, and when she was done with them, she'd give them to me, and that's how I managed to complete Silent Hill, because we got stuck. Me and Kizzy got stuck on it for ages. Couldn't figure out where to go. Didn't realise like there was a key. We needed to find a key, and this key happened to be in a dog pen, like a dog kennel. And I would never have found it if it wasn't for this walkthrough. So I used to use those. But because it was a Japanese imported game, I never saw anything about it. Like, it was never in any of the magazines, so I just could not beat this game. And we didn't have YouTube back then either, so it was a bit of a pain to beat. Now, I have no idea where I'm going. I think I've already done these. I'm gonna go here. Do this one. I've definitely missed loads of stitches, because I've definitely done that. Do I fill that bit in? It's so difficult when you don't know. You're off for today. Thank you for the stream. Thank you very much for coming. I will probably end soon as well, because it is getting quite late. But thank you very much, Nani. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you another time. This annoys me so much when I can't see where I've been. Yeah, that bit's done as well. Pretty much all of this colour has been completed. So frustrating. What about down here? There's supposed to be another one of it down here. Let's see if we can do that. Parasite Eve had a lot of hope. It was in loads of game magazines, and Aya Brea was sexualized a lot within them. Then we was let down when they only had it in China. See, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was in any magazines. Although, yeah, maybe I might have seen it advertised in magazines. Probably why I picked it, because I used to get a list of games that I could pick each Christmas and birthday, and they were like £5 each from my dad's mate. And that's probably where I saw it, like an advertisement for it, and then there was no walkthroughs for it. But they did that with Pandemonium as well. Do you remember Pandemonium? The woman in that was sexualized as well as Lara Croft, because they used to pit those two together. And I remember reading this magazine once when I was a kid, and it was like, who's the most sexiest female character? The girl, I can't remember her name, the girl from Pandemonium, because Pandemonium's a great game as well. I have Pandemonium 2 on my shelf. Her or Lara Croft. It's really weird. But then people still do that nowadays, don't they? They sexualize video game characters. It's just the way it is, I guess. It's like that Pragmata game that I've just played. It's absolutely ridiculous, like, amount of crap that I've read about that. She looked crap in the first one, then some reason she had a makeover for the second game. Yeah, probably because of Lara Croft. Yeah, she did. She had a really funky hairstyle, didn't she? Because she has bright orange hair. I think because the guy that's in there looks like a jester, doesn't he? Or a joker. I think they were supposed to look quite circusy. I don't know whether she's supposed to be like a female joker or a female jester. It's a really, really good game. Really good game. Pandemonium 2 is, anyway. I don't actually know if I played the first one. I can't remember. I think I'm going to do some 310 and get some of that done. Let's get some of this done. I think I'm going to do the border. Go around and find the shapes of the 310, I think. I think what I'll do is get this 310 done and then call it a night. Wait, I want to go here on this side. So Forges was his name, and Nikki was a magician in training. Fergus. So not Forges, Fergus. Fergus and Nikki. Ah, okay. I didn't know. I never knew their names. That's cool. So I don't remember there ever really being a story in that game. I just remember the platforming that I like playing the game. I remember playing it. I don't remember anything to do with the story. Predictive text, yes, a pain. It is a pain, but at the same time, I don't know where I would be without my predictive text. Because sometimes I type things in the hope that predictive text will just know what the hell I'm talking about. Because I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm so lazy. And I press... Oh, I must have fat fingers because I press like the buttons to whatever's above it. Like I end up going into the numbers. I'm terrible. But thankfully, predictive text, my texts don't come out too bad. Another one there. I'm gonna do the outlines of the 310 because this is her hair. All this 310 is her hair. It will be really interesting to see the analytics of the TikTok live. So I don't believe that I've got 362 likes on this video. Okay, that to me that makes no sense. Has loads of random goals on there as well, which I don't really know much about, but I used to have a TikTok shop and it used to drive me insane. Absolutely insane. The amount of things that they used to chuck at you, like try and get you to do goals to unlock things, like I don't know, advertise your stuff to unlock such and such, or unlock free shipping for your customers, or unlock it for 20 customers, and like random stuff. They just force you to do things over and over and over again. And it absolutely drove me nuts. They would constantly send you emails telling you to do it more and more and more, post more content, and it was just and my brain fry. I think that's one of the reasons, the biggest reason why I stopped with my online business and my, well, just, yeah, my online business in general was just because I got burnt out and I was just sick of it. And I am glad that I gave it up, to be honest with you. I thought I would regret it, but I am glad I gave it up and went back to work because I think I really needed to. I think I needed to get out of the house and talk to real humans instead of being inside with my own online business. Weird because I don't want to work full time because I hate work. I also like work because it gets you out of the house and it gets you socializing. It's kind of a catch-22 really. I mean, it's a guaranteed income as well. And there's a knot in the back of this as well. Oh my god. Can I fix? Can I fix it? There we go. I fixed it. Right, just want to double check that I've done that right. So 21121. 21121. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I do TikTok live, to be honest. YouTube has better algorithm, but if I draw away from Twitch, I risk ruining my algo on there. When I go full time, I would like to do a bit on Twitch and on YouTube. Working outside doesn't appeal to me, seeing all those peasants. Peasants. Aww. I mean, I definitely wouldn't ever say to you or to anybody, like, don't go on Twitch and give it up and go on TikTok or whatever. Or I would do it alongside it if you wanted to do it, if you was gonna do it anyway. I wouldn't ever give up one, like I wouldn't ever give up Twitch to go straight to just TikTok. Definitely not. Now, do I go back up or do I keep going down? I think I'm gonna go up. YouTube is good for long. Sorry, people. YouTube's good for long form content, definitely. It's good. It's a good place to keep your videos forever. But YouTube is really hard to get seen at the same time. It's all hard, really, isn't it? Everything takes time. It all takes time. But ideally, I don't want to work full time. I would like to work part time. That's what she said. That's what she said. Like the dream would be to work part time forever because I don't know. I just don't want to work full time, but I don't want to not work ever either. So if I could stay with the same hours that I'm doing now forever, I'd be happy. Like if I could afford it. You like entertaining, I feel you feel you do a pretty good job at it. Yeah, I would say that you do. I would say that being on camera for you is a good thing. It's a good way to earn money. And I do think you're quite natural on the camera. I mean, some people struggle at first. You could do it if you could do it full time, you really would. Yeah, I think I know you would. I just don't think it would be for me. I don't think I could do this full time. Like if by some miracle I managed to get a load of subscribers and I make money from this, which I'm never expecting to, it would be great. But I would still go to work just because I think it would drive me nuts. And I think I would end up in a really bad depression if I didn't go out and socialize with people and I didn't meet random people and I didn't hear about all their random stories, because it's so funny sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it is hard and it is crap going to work, but at the same time, I don't think I would enjoy being at home all the time again, because I've done that for so long. Like, I was a stay-at-home mum for so many years. Don't think I'd enjoy it again. It's like if I, by some miracle, was another stay-at-home mum again, I would hate it. I would absolutely hate it, because I've done it. I've been through it. I don't want to do it again. I want to move on to the next thing. I'm glad I've gone all the way up, because I have miscounted this. So I'm just going to go all the way. Oh, this is a good song. Really good song. And then I'm going to mark it off. But all of that in there is going to be 310. Then we've got a gap of 2. Some people are different and some choose part-time and become hobbyists. For me, if I could make something of myself, I would take it, but I wouldn't let it change me. Yeah, I mean, oh my god, well that was a completely wrong stitch. That's sideways. That is the biggest thing, is when people do become successful, they completely change, which I wouldn't want to happen. I don't think you would. I think if, like, I hope you do grow, and when you do, I don't think it will change you. If I could do it and still be fat, I would. I need to start going back to the gym. I still haven't been since I had my operation, so it's been, oh my god, it's been nearly 2 months. It must be about 7 weeks that I haven't been. And I have put on weight. Definitely put on weight. I need to go back. But I'm quite nervous to go back because I'm still not 100%, so I don't want to go back and hurt myself. Right. Now go this way. You haven't been for months. I've made a fortune out of me. See? This is what I mean. You need to go. So I take it you've still got a membership, because they don't usually let you cancel, do they? You have to be like a member for like a year or something before you can cancel. I think you should just go. It might be good for you, because I really enjoy going. I don't like going, and then when I'm there, I really like going. If that makes sense. In my head, I don't want to go. I never want to go. I'm always like, can't be bothered, too tired, don't want to do it. But once I'm at the gym, I really, really enjoy it. You get your headphones on, you get moving, and it's really good for you. And they say what was it? Going to the gym, is it 3 or 4 times a week, can drastically improve your mental health? Something like that. Yeah, I'm going to cancel and go with another one. The facilities are rubbish. That's my gym. That's my gym. It's the one I go to. See, I like using, it depends what you like using. I use the treadmill a lot. And I like doing like the highest incline, which is 15. And it's like speed 3.5 or no, just below 4. I never go to like the speed 4 because that's like a power walk. But 15 incline is like walking up a steep hill, and I'll do that. And like the last time I went was like the day before my surgery, and I managed to get an hour of just walking uphill at like a decent speed. And I looked like a beetroot afterwards. Like I felt great, and then I turned around and looked at my face, and I just looked like a beetroot. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. But there's quite a few of them around here now. There is 24-hour gyms around here now, though. So if that one doesn't suit your times, you might be better off going to one that's a 24-hour. But when I go in the morning. I like to go. I like to try and get there when I go for just gone 8 o'clock in the morning, so like it's dead. There's no one in there. So I don't like going when there's a lot of people in there. I get a bit gym conscious. Now, I never thought I would go to the gym, to be honest with you, and then the other half has been going for, I don't know, a year and a half, 2 years before I went, and I said I'd go if I ever felt I needed to, but then I wanted to go to help motivate him to start with. That was the reason why I started going, and then I just really enjoyed it myself in the end. You would rather go in the morning so you can finish work, go to the gym, and then sleep. Yeah, so I go in the mornings just because it works better for my like day-to-day stuff. I can get it out of the way. I can come home, have a wash, do the house and everything, and then get ready for work. That and it's dead. I don't think I'll be able to go after work. I don't know how people can do it after work, especially a job where you're standing on your feet all day. Office work, I probably could do it, but the job that I have, I definitely couldn't do it after work. Or I'd go and I'd do half as what I normally would do, because I would be so exhausted. Definitely not. So that's 2. It's 1, 2. Yeah, okay, so mark that there. So when I finish this colour, I will try and raid somebody before I go. But the last 2 times I've done a raid have been a bit of a flop. So the first one, because I did them all right, like they went well. I just need to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I knew what I was doing. I did it right, but the first person that I landed on had a follower-only chat, so I couldn't say hello without following, and because they had a follower-only chat, I didn't want to press follow. And then the second one had a subscriber-only chat. So I was like, oh, great. This is great. So I'm hoping there's going to be somebody that I know or that I follow that I know doesn't have those things on. And we can go over there and say hello, and then I can this down. Why can I not get this in there? 2, 3. Ooh, I might even be able to get the end of this bit done. Oh, actually, I doubt it. I haven't got much thread left, have I? Definitely not. So I need 3 here. Will we do it? Let's play some chicken. Oh, well, we got the 3. Okay, well, it goes off around there. But I will finish it there. So when I next put this one, bring this one out, doing really well, nearly as good as mine. You know, really. You should send me a picture of yours and let me know how you're getting on with yours. This bit is all 310, and then this bit here comes down as her hair. That will mostly be 310. You will, yeah. So I don't know if I will work on this one again next week. I'm not sure. I really want to work on Cara Mia, the Addams Family one, and then I don't know what else I want to pick next week. Maybe I'll just do Cara Mia on both streams next week, or I can get this one out again. I'm not sure. I am not sure, but I will try and raid somebody. And yeah, I think I'm going to end it there. So let's have a look. Let's see if there is anyone. Before I say goodbye, I'm just going to have a quick look and just see if there's anybody that I actually follow. Ah, Sazzlecat is on, so I will raid her because Viclaw knows her. So we can raid her, we can say hello, and then we can get on with whatever. I need to sort my son out for bed. So I will probably raid and run. But yes, thank you all so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I will be back Friday night with that game Mixtape. It looks really, really cool. It's basically a walking simulator, but it does look really cool and really relaxed, which is good because I will be coming home from work, and I don't really want to be doing a lot of talking. So, yeah. I will see you Friday if you can make it. If not, I will be back Saturday at 6:30 for Tomb Raider. If not, it will be next Tuesday, maybe. I don't know about next week's schedule actually because I'm off for the week, so I might do a few more streams than normal or longer ones, but I will keep you all updated in the Discord, probably TikTok and Instagram as well. If you're not on the Discord, it is on my profile if you're interested, so you can go over there and have a look. But yeah, let's go and raid. And I will see you all another time.